Alright, Whizz, I think I've seen some of your issues that you were having making this stuff all work for yourself. First, I think the bigger problem, well, you had two issues that look like, or maybe more, but we're going to go over them. First of all, making new maps and having characters be on the maps. So let's go over the map, and then we'll go over setting up tokens. So, let me just do this. Okay, so I'm going to go to the page toolbar, click it, and I'm going to go create new page. Down here's the new page. We'll call this Rob's page, right? So this is the one I'm going to use to help you with stuff. Page. Alright, now we've created Rob's page. I want to set it up, so I'm going to go to Rob's page gear. First, I'm going to leave this cell size. Well, let's do it how I think you were doing it. So, I have a map and I know what size I want it to be. I want it to be 16 squares by 16 squares. 16 across, 16 down. It could be 25 across, 20 down, right? But I have counted how many squares were already drawn on the grid that I took the map from. So, I know that it's going to be 16 by 16. So, 16 by 16. Alright, this is like not the way I always draw maps, and I'll show you another way that's easier too. So then I want to scroll down and see movement. I want to restrict the movement based on dynamic lighting. That means when I draw a wall, a character can't walk through the wall. Alright, fog of war, leave off. It'll probably just make your life even more confusing. So then down here I have audio. I'm going to pick Goblin Cave. So when I put the player ribbon to that page, it'll start playing Goblin Cave, the music. And then I'm going to say save settings. Alright, now I'm going to go to that page. Now I have a white page here that's 16 by 16 squares. Alright, I have a funny feeling this is maybe how you did it when you were doing your setup. Alright, so now I need a map to put on here. Now, just to be clear, everything that we add comes in as a token at first, right? And so I'm on the token layer because it'll be easier to work with on the token layer right now. So I'm going to upload my map. Here it is. This is the little dungeon map I'll use to help. Now that it's loaded, I'm going to drag it out onto the out onto the screen, and I'm going to put it in the corner here. Come on. Let me move it. I was busy bumping the buttons. So now I have my map, but it's not the right size. I can grab this corner and I can drag the map to fit. Alright, now it has fit on the screen. But basically it's just a big token that covers the whole screen now, just like it was a character. So then I want to click on it, and then I want to put it on the map layer. Now you can see it, but jump down below the grid. Right now it's an actual map piece. Now, trust me, you want to do this because it makes life a little bit easier. You want to go to the map layer, grab the token. See, I clicked on the token. I know I kind of clicked on the token because I see token actions that appear. I click on the token, which is just the map, the whole map. I go to advanced and I want to go lock position. I'll get this little lock. Now I cannot move this map around. Trust me. You want to do that because I've had it to the point where I have not locked the map, and then you go to the map layer to do something and you move the map and it F's up everything. Right? So now the thing is locked. So now let's see. If I go, if I go to the token layer, I can't grab anything. If I go to the DM layer, I can't do anything. But when I go to the map layer, I can grab the token that is the map. I could do, right? So that is the simplest method to do this. Not the simplest, but the most straightforward way to do this. I'm going to show you how I do it with an API that I have built into the game. So I'm going to go back to the map layer, grab this map and delete it, so it's gone. Right, now I'm going to go back to the token layer because it's always easiest to bring stuff in the token layer. And I'm once again going to go to my assets here and I'm going to drag the token. So now it's this size right here. So when I go to the chat menu, I am going to type in exclamation point. You might want to write this down. MAP, capital SIZER. That's map sizer. All right. Then I know I want this map to be 16 by 16 when I'm done. So I hit, there's a space between sizer, 16, 16, another space, 16. And when I hit enter, see how it did the map, moved it. Now it also, I'm still in token layer. It actually moved the map itself to the map layer. All right. So now I want to go to the map layer, click on the map, and now lock position. Now I have a 16 by, I've showed you 2 ways of pulling a map. The most important thing about a map is that they be on the map layer. So they're below the tokens, so they don't cover up anything or do anything crazy. Another thing you might want to do when you go to the map layer is when you click on it, you want to, you're right, set it to the back so it's at the bottomest layer possible. All right, because we might want to put other things on the map layer. Okay, so that's issue 1. I'll come back. We'll come back and draw one more time dynamic layers on here. But now I'm going to use Briar's thing as an example of what was going on with your characters, I believe. So let us nuke Briar's thing's token. So I'm going to go to edit, and I'm going to remove Briar's thing's token. So he has no token associated with him. So when I bring out Briar's thing, I get this weird little thing, right? It's like, uh-oh, what is going on, right? Briar's thing has no token. And so I'm going to go to the edit, upload image I want to use as a token. Here's Briar's thing's token image. I'm going to say, okay, save changes. Now it's Briar's thing. We nuke this one. This Briar's thing has a token associated with him. Now, where I believe you had a problem is the little gear. See, you didn't have these filled in. I believe you had none, 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 and you had to manually fill in these boxes, right? So when you have a token set, when you first set up a token, this will be fixed because it's already fixed on your characters and you won't have to do it again. But in case you have to roll up a new character, so go to the gear, on the token, and you want to pick, in the attribute section here, hit points, AC, speed, and then save settings, right? And whatever name you want, sometimes these names get changed. As long as this character represents Briar's thing or whoever it is, name string, nameplate if you want it, save default. Now you've made the change to the token, but as I've tried to explain, tokens are, everything is a token, right? So there's a token ID associated with everything. So you need to save that related to the character, right? And it's already done for Archie and all the other characters, but you want to, how you do that is you click on the token and open the character sheet, either through the library or whatever. And then you do edit, you'll remove the token that it has, and then use selected token. Now it has used the token from Briar's thing here. Makes sense? I kind of skipped the layer in that when you set up the token, you have to do its details, right? Its hit points, AC, speed, who controls it, what its name is. And you want to do the lighting, dynamic lighting. Briar's thing is a human who has to carry a torch, right? So he has vision, but he emits light at 20 feet for bright light and at 20 feet for low light. See? Turn it on. If he had dark vision, looks like he did some of that on the other tokens. But anyways, so you want to set up the details and the dynamic lighting. And then, again, you open the sheet, edit. I remove that. Use the selected token that you've done all the settings you want, and then save. Now Briar's thing is set up to have vision and the proper AC, hit points, and speed. All right, now that would probably fix half your problems. I'm sure the guys didn't have vision when they were just black token. They couldn't see. I'll show you an example. So if I turn off his token vision and I save settings, when I do Control L, There you go. No vision, right? The token can't see anything because it has no vision. So let me turn his vision back on. Control L. You can always remember when you're setting stuff up, you can use Briar Sting or whoever as a test character. You drag them out on the stage where you want them to be, and then you do Control L to see what the character can see on any new map you've made, any old map that's already made, all the above. All right. I do that all the time because I have to see what the characters are seeing, right? Because you're assuming this stuff works, but you don't know. All right. So then I'm gonna delete. Well, we'll leave Briar Sting. Here, I'm gonna show you again how to draw walls and stuff that characters can't see through in dynamic lighting. So we go to the comma. I press it like 3 times. You can see Briar Sting faded out. I know I'm on the right layer. Then I'm going to go to the draw tool here. I'm going to draw a polyline. Now, orange is doors, the way that the push door function works. So I'm going to draw walls that I don't want anybody to be able to open in this blue. I click on the dark blue, and then I say OK. Now blue is up here in the corner, you can see. So now I just start drawing. I have a polyline. I'm going to draw manually without, see, I'll show you here. If I hold down the space bar, it'll stick to the grid. See? Now that blue line is, so it's left click, left click when I'm done, right click. You can see that that's stuck to the lines, and here I lifted the shift, but I'm not going to do that for this because I want to see a little bit of this rocks because I think it's cool. So again, polyline, it's blue and it's a wall. So you have one way and transparent. I don't know if you remember that, but wall. All right, so I can see I'm gonna start here. So left click, 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 left click all the way down here. Left click, 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 right click. Now I've drawn those walls in, right? I'm going to do these ones. Left click, left, 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 left. I'm just going to fudge a circle, even though I'm using straight lines to do it. Easiest way to do it. There is a circle tool, but it's hard to, it would just make a complete circle, and it's really hard to try to cut a door out where have this tunnel. And these are all left clicks. Left, left here, 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 left, left. Now I'm done. Right click. All right. Now, when I go back to Briar Sting, I'm going back to the token layer, hit S to select. When I do Briar Sting, now he can only see, he can't walk through the walls, and he can only see what I want him to see, right? There we go. Burp, 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 burp. Alrighty, that's walls. So there are 2 different types of doors, and I'm going to show you that. I'm going to go back to the dynamic lighting layer, my exclamation point. I'm going to go, I know this is complicated, but this is how it is when you're making these games. It's a lot of work. I'm going to go to polyline. I'm going to make, it's hard to see because for some reason the way they designed this thing, we've been bitching about it. They hid the green next to the dice, but I'm going to click on that's the green you want. And the first green, the second row, hit OK. Now when I draw this line here to here, green is a door that a player can open, right? And then I'm going to go and do an orange door. The first row, first orange right here. Say OK. And now that is a locked door. Players can't open it. Now again, dynamic lighting and the doors have been working a little funky lately, right? So, alright. Sorry, a lot of times I forget to... I gotta delete that. I forget to go back to, I stay in the draw tool instead of picking the select tool. You're gonna do that too. So now I'm back on the object layer. or the token layer I should say, or object, whatever you want to call it, and then I'm going to do Control L to see what the player can see. So Briar's thing walks and there's a door here. Oh shit, alright. If you want to leave it, theoretically when I do push doors, let's see. Nope. Alright, so you click on this token when he gets this door and you do open all doors. See the door opened. If I open all doors, it's closed. And now I believe push doors will work. Yep. I basically had to unlock that door for him to be able to go through. I'm not quite sure why, but the first time you get to the door, you might have to be the person that, and so how I've set it up in your game is you click on the token of the player, go to look at little Z, I put Z in front of it to make it the last thing in his token actions. Click on him, click on Z to open the door. Here, we're gonna go here. Open or close the door. See, if I click on Z, open, close, open, close. But now the character can open this door once you open it for him. See, that character can open and close. Briar's thing can open and close. You have to check these things sometimes. So I'm going to push this door open as Briar's thing. That means the button that's available to Chris and Win. Now they're going to work. Oh, there's another door. Because you drew this in orange, there's no, see how they're opening and closing the one behind them, but they can't open the one in front. So you're going to have to be the one that opens that door for them, just like it was a locked door. So we do Control L so you can see. You click on their token, Z, open all doors. Bam, now that door opened and they can move forward. So when I go back to the, see how the yellow door is missing and the green door is still there? Alright, so if I want to close that door, see that, watch, I'm going to go Control Z. I don't believe that characters can close that door, see, because it's a locked door, but you can. See, I used Z open and close door, now that door is closed. So now these characters are moving around. Alright, okay, so Briar's thing is here. Last thing you need to learn how to draw, well, there's two things you need to learn how to draw, but the first one we're going to do, we're going to go to the draw tool again. We're going to do polyline. Oh, I'm not on the right layer, so I want to be, there we go. Now I'm in the dynamic layer. So I use red just so I can denote what's different, and I'm going to say okay. And in front of Briar's thing right now, I'm going to draw, I want to pick transparent. So now I draw a line in front of Briar's thing, gives me the dotted lines. So when I go back to the token layer, take control, I'm going to select, I don't want to draw again. Control L, now Briar's thing can see, but he can't move through. See, so the characters won't be able to move through. Alright, and now either you can push them past that, or you can nuke it. Alright, now the reason I do that is it can be a window, of course, or say I have a place in the dungeon where I don't want the characters to move past until I'm ready for them. I might draw a transparent line to block them. Now you can see there's a one way, and the little next to one way there's this little swap direction, but right now it means that Briar's thing can see. If I go to Briar's thing, he can see through that wall, but he can't go through it. It's like a one-way window. Right? See? Or you can click on it and you can reverse that. See how the arrows are pointing the other way? Now when I go back to the token layer, select Briar's thing, he cannot see through that one-way wall. Boom, 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 boom. There might be a reason you want to do that based on if one character's on one side, the other character on the other side. They can't. One can see the other, but you know, whatever. So, delete. So now you've seen doors, windows, walls. I'll work on trying to figure out exactly how to make the push door work without you first having to activate it. Now that it's been activated, see the green door, the characters can open on their own. But the yellow door, the characters cannot open on their own. You have to open it for them. See? right. Going back to the object layer. Here's Briar's thing. All right. The other question you're asking is, can you drag tokens from one sheet to one place to the other? You certainly can. But sometimes you might simply just go to your journal and find where the characters are, right? Like, here we go. See where it says characters? Maybe I want to host this. I'm going to drag, so I just grab her hostess and I drag her out on the board. And there's hostess. She's out on the board. Now remember the tool I gave you for token actions. That means you give tokens actions up in the buttons. You hadn't done that for your guys. So, but I want this hostess to have actions. So I'm going to click on TA, which now when I click off and back on, now the hostess has all those actions. So you can take a dagger attack. She can put, do checks, roll initiative, push a door. Well, that everybody can push doors. She can make saving throws. But now every time I bring another hostess out, now that you have a hostess, you can just click on the token, right? Control C, copy, Control V, paste. Now you got two hostesses on the screen. I can bring another hostess out manually this way if I want. All right. It is interesting that they have different. Let me see what is set up here. Oh, they have no speed associated with them, which is fine. Cancel. I'm going to see if I can fix that for you without it being a huge pain in the ass for you. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't fix that because it was already set up. These tokens were set up previous to the game, to me setting up the game. So when they get pulled off, so easiest way to fix that, if you even care about the speed being weird, is go to the bar 3, start typing NPC. I don't know if you remember, but when you're setting up NPC tokens for the first time, this is how you do it. Most of the time now, I think I've fixed it. We're going to do an experiment. Save settings. Now her speed is listed here. So when I click on her, I want to edit, remove her token, and then use selected token. Save. So now all the hostesses will be set up correctly. Copy, paste, paste. Now let's see if these things aren't linked in a bad way, just to make sure. If this happens sometimes, damage 12. Nope, it only damaged that one hostess. Heal 12. All right. Same thing for now. If I wanted to do a commoner, right? I'm dragging a commoner out. Boom. Now I have a commoner. Right there she is. They didn't bother associating the token with commoner because it's just the commoner, right? So just little 4 hit points, and basically you can just whack them. But here I'll do it show you. We're going to do NPC, NPC, AC, and then NPC. We're going to scroll down for speed. I know it sounds like a pain in the ass, but it's a complicated little gaming system. So now I want to permanently associate my changes to this token. Edit, remove token, use selected token, save changes. Right now I've fixed all the commoners from now on. Now again, you want to give her token action, so you're going to click on the token, TA. There you go. She can make saving throws. She doesn't have an attack, but she can make saving throws, right? Because she's the commoner. So whatever you can find on the side here, you can grab onto and drag them out. Now, veterans, rogues, blah, 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 blah. But you also, here, I'm going to nuke these. You also have access to everything that I own too, right? So, and there might be characters in all this stuff too. I don't know what's in all the other things, right? Sometimes, like if I'm looking through handouts, NPC monsters, see, These are the ones that were included with the module. See, Thug, Spy. You can use all those. Okay? But you also have access to everything I own as well. So you can go to the journal and start typing, like, is there a spy as a monster? Surely there is. Look, there's a bunch of different kind of spies. All right, so now that was in the journal. I'm going to drag this spy out onto the screen. Here he comes. Beep, beep, bop, boop, beep, bop, bop. And then here's his character sheet. So I think I probably have the spies already pre-set up. Any characters that you pull from my world that we've set up for you automatically come in the right way, right? It's just how it was set up when the game was created. So now you have a spy from the monsters manual or whatever I have, and then but he has no token action, so you just go on him, click token action. Now the spy has all the token actions at the top, and every time I drag another spy out, he'll have the same thing. All his token actions will be done. So we can delete. Now, when you drag a new monster out, it's going to come out. When I go back to the from the compendium to the journal, he's going to appear at the top here. So you might want to create a folder. I'm going to do add right here, add folder, and I'm just going to call this new monsters or whatever. That's a new monsters folder, and I can take this spy and put it in. I have to use his picture, not his name, and I put it right below. See, now he's in. See, he's a sub file under new monsters. When I do the minus, he disappeared. When I do the plus, there he is. See? Now, there's a big reason to do that, because the more tokens and stuff you create, say you get to 20th level like me, right? The more stuff you have in the game, the more resources the computer is going to use, right? So a lot of times I will have a folder for Sunday's monsters or whatever, or Dungeon A's monsters, and when I'm done, I nuke that one, so those monsters are all gone, right? So, but same thing here. Maybe I want to use a different commoner, right? So there we go. Under monsters, right? I can have commoners, so I'm going to drag a commoner. I'm going to get a new one out there, right? And then when I close her down, there she is. She's just, and then I'm going to give her token actions. Now I have a commoner that has a club that can boop somebody, 4 hit points, AC, all done, right? But I can also copy and paste this woman too. Copy, Control C, paste, Control V, boom, boom. Now I have 4 commoners in there. You don't have to worry about their vision because you control them, not the guys, so you'll be able to see no matter what. Alright, so there's commoner, there's that commoner. And then when I go to journal, you can see she just appeared at the top. I know I want to put her in with the new monsters. There she is. When I close this file, now I don't have to look at it as well. And you can move these up and down, right? So, alright, same thing with anything. If you want to add an orc to your game, orc. There you go. Orc have all these different kinds of orcs. Alright, I'm going to teach you some about how the monster manual goes. So if I just go to journal here, I get all these choices to look at. One of them says monsters. I'm just going to click on it. See right here, there's a thing that says filter results. If I click on filter, right now it's just filling in every monster we own. Right, so there we go, A through Z. We're going to filter results. Hey, for right here you can see it's little right below the thing, right? For some stupid reason, it defaults to this languages, no language. Trust me, you just want to nuke that, because I don't know why they did it, but it fucks with everything. So say I just wanted to do, see, I have challenge ratings, right? So you can pretty much, like a first level characters can fight things that are challenge rating 1, and then you'll say apply filters, and now all these creatures right here are challenge level 1, right? So you can do a brown bear. I'm bringing a brown bear onto the screen. He'll computulate for a little while. There he goes. His token made it onto the screen. I'm going to do his token actions. Now I have a brown bear, right? And remember, like all your other buttons, I might not want the characters to see it right away, so I'm going to bump this brown bear away. Bump. Away. Now the brown bear is bumped away, if you remember. Now I can move him around. When I want him to appear to the characters, bump back. Now he's back. See? And now I can use them as a regular bear. If I was going to do a fight between Briar Sting and the bear, I would swoop on them all both. Start combat. Here, we'll do a little fight, see what happens between the brown bear and Briar Sting. Briar Sting won initiative. He's going to swing his longsword one-handed. He rolled a nat 20. Alright, I have the sound off so you didn't hear it go, ah! But rolled a natural 20. We're using to the left because we have no advantage, disadvantage. So I click on the bear token, and remember you have heart, heal, half damage, regular damage, natural 20 damage, right? So I'm going to click on him, and when I click, watch, it did 10 points of damage to him, 6 plus 4. Alright, then I'm going to do next, it's the bear's turn. Click on the bear. He's going to do his, he has a multi-attack. I'm not sure what it is. So if I click on it, it'll read. It says the bear makes 2 attacks, 1 bite, 1 claw. So I'm going to do a bite and a claw. A 12 misses Briar Sting, and a 19 probably hits Briar Sting. Briar Sting, nope, he has a 21 armor class. He must wear plate mail and shield. So the bear missed both times, so I don't have to worry about doing damage. Next round, the bear won initiative. So again, he does bite, claw. I'm using, nobody has advantage, so he missed with the first attack, but he got a 23 here with the second attack. If he had advantage, he would have rolled a nat 20. So I click on Briar Sting, go to the second attack, normal damage. It's only going to do this 12 instead of the double damage, right? So normal damage. Briar Sting just took 12 points of damage. See, he had 24, now he has 12. Alright, next, Briar Sting's turn. I didn't pull the tab over here, so the little token thing isn't bouncing around. But when you have the player ribbon, you'll see the token thing bounce around. Briar Sting's going to take a swing with his longsword. A 14, does that hit the bear? Yes, it does, because the bear has an 11 AC. You can see it's here in the blue. So he does 8 points of damage to the bear. Woo! Next round, Briar Sting won initiative again. He takes another poke at the bear. He rolled a nat 20, you can see, right? So click on the bear, do the 2 hearts, and he did 17 points of damage to the bear and killed the bear. Now Briar Sting has won the fight with the bear. Now you can see, I'm gonna have to set this up. Because it's probably gonna give experience points to. I wouldn't use. I'm gonna make. I don't mean to ham and haw, but lazy experience can be a pain in the ass depending on how many people you have created and what is considered a character, right? So, let me look at that. Don't use it for now because if let's see, I'm just going to show you. We're going to configure lazy experience. See. OD, Chris. Alright, if I get rid of OD, it'll probably fix this problem for us as a character. See, OD is listed here. Then you'll only have Chris and Win. Alright, I'll do that. We'll get rid of OD out of this game. And then the experience thing should work. And it'll only give experience to Chris and Win. But it'll probably give it to the, it'll not give it to the raccoon because he's not a character. And then like your character, maybe we'll have to look at him to see how he's set up to give him experience when you go in fights. But I'll do that in a sec. So anyways, I'm going to stop the combat. Our fight is over. Brown Bear is dead. Delete him. Briar Sting is... I'm going to heal him up just so. Heal. He's back to full hit points. Alright. I hope that has helped. If not, let me know. What you're going to have to do, I know you're going to have to play around And then ask me questions, right? Do simulated stuff. You know, use whatever your character. Use Briar's thing as like he was a bad guy. Play around, make some maps. It took me a long time to figure this all out too. So, talk to you later, man. Bye.